Hello everyone, welcome to Trains on Tuesday. Got a cup of Earl Grey tea today. My British Railways mug. It is today, February the 3rd, as I record this. We got through November, December and January with incredibly mild weather. And then yesterday the wind started to blow out of the northeast. It was +1 yesterday morning when we got up. This morning it was -17 with a wind chill of -29. And it's been that way all day. It's going to get colder too. Oh well, we didn't entirely escape it, but we've done well. So obviously I'm not outside filming trains today, and I wondered what to do. I'm still in a bit of a mess down here in the layout room. But anyway, something I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and this is going to be for my Triang viewers. How to remove a bogie from a Triang model. I'm going to bring this in close and hope I can keep it in focus, and hope we've got enough light on it. I've got to bring a light around. Oh, there's some light. Okay. In there you can see a rivet, brass rivet. That's what holds these bogies on. Triang decided to rivet them. So when a bogie breaks, chunk comes off of it. How do you get that off to replace it? I'm sure there are methods. One of the problems that you're going to run into is when you stick a drill bit in and attempt to drill it out, the whole thing turns. The rivet turns, everything turns, and if you get it spinning fast enough, it will heat up and melt the plastic. So, here's what I've come up with. I have a drill bit in this old chuck. I'm sure there's other ways to hold on to a drill bit, but I place that in from the bottom into there and give it a twist. So I am applying pressure against that. That holds the rivet so it doesn't turn. And then I take quite a large size drill bit and drill in from there. And I do it in slow movements. I stab it in and pull it away, stab it in, pull it away, stab it in, pull it away, and then I let it cool off. And then I'll go in there and do that again until I get that rim, that top rim, really worn thin. Then I pry it off with a screwdriver and pull the rivet out. So we're going to give that a try. It's going to get noisy here. I might have to do something about that. First thing I'm going to do is put my earmuffs on. Let's give that a try. Now that's worn it a little bit thinner in there. I'm going to try and pry that off with a screwdriver. If it'll go easily, then good. If not, I'll have to drill a little more. Okay, I think we're getting there now. I had to do a little more. And I may have to do a little more yet. It's starting to break away. It's still arguing with me. I'll get back to you. Okay, it's beginning to come out now. Oh, it's out. Okay, so there's the old rivet. And I'm going to have to clean that up a little bit more because I want to get it out of the bottom of the truck, out of the bogie. We've got to be careful with it because we're going to reuse it again. So I'm going to have to do a little filing around the edges here and get it so it'll drop out of there quite smoothly. And then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so I've filed around the rough edges there now and the rivet slides out. Now we want to keep that rivet. We're going to have to clean this up quite a bit more, get it nice and smooth on the top. But the reason we want to keep it is because it is a nice perfect fit sleeve for that hole. So when we put it back on to the car we're repairing, we have a nice tight sleeve on the bogie and in the car, in the wagon. Okay, so now I'll file the top of that off and we'll take a look at the next step. Again, to file the top off of that rough surface on the top there, placing the drill bit inside and just holding it against that allows you to file quite nicely and easily there. There we go, much better. Okay, I'm now nicely cleaned up on that rivet. I had to take a round file and clean out on the inside a little bit and refile it flat. Now for demonstration purposes, I'm going to put this bogie back on the same car I took it off of. I do need it for an identical car that's in good shape except for one broken arm on the bogie, we'll call it. Get the wheel back in. There we go. So in placing this on the new car, pop the rivet back in right where it came from. Pop the whole thing right back into the hole. You can see the rivet now flush in there. I have some brass screws here, 1/2 inch round head, 32nd of an inch. I don't know how that compares into millimeters, but anyway, they fit in there really nicely. And pop a nut on. Screw the screw in nice and snug. With the rivet in there, it provides a pivot point away from the screw, so you can snug that really quite tight. To seal it, I place a bit of nail varnish on the threads and the nut, and that holds it. Now if you ever have to take it off again for any reason or adjust it, the nail varnish will just crack and come away. If you use super glue or drop a solder on there or something like that, you might be up against a bit of a problem with it. So the nail varnish works nicely. Okay, so this one will be coming off of here again and going on to another one of these auto racks, car carriers, and that will give me another piece of trying rolling stock. Now I'm going to show you a couple of other trying ones that I've also removed the bogies from and replacing them with new bogies. So here we go. So what I have here is a trying 9-inch coach with the original bogies on. You can actually hear the flanges bumping over the rail chairs or spikes. Now this is on a downhill here, and this is how the original trying ones go. That's it, downhill. So using that same method that I just demonstrated with the wagon bogie, I have been taking out the bogies from my 9-inch coaches and replacing them with Bachmann Mark I bogies. Now I don't know if we can get down there, get enough light in there to see, but the bogies look very similar. And this is the Bachmann bogie. I think you can understand why I'm doing that. I would like to know people's opinion on that, whether I should be maintaining these cars as original or if I should carry on. I have 6 or 7 of these cars, 7 coaches, and I would like to be able to run them on here. And with the old wheels, we get that bumping on the rail chairs, spikes, and we'll give it a hard push. I don't feel I'm destroying them or damaging them horrendously. I don't think that looks too bad, having the brass screw in there. And with new rivets, they could be returned. I'm maintaining the old bogies. The old bogies, well, yeah, you can just see them. They're inside. The old bogies are inside the coach. I won't be able to do that with a restaurant car because the restaurant car's got seats and everything else in it. But anyway, I think this is worth doing. Okay guys, that's it for this Trains on Tuesday. Hope to see you again next week. If I don't freeze. By the way, the temperature here in my basement, +20 degrees. It's beautiful. Bye for now.